An engine program with Ford this year, and we just had a lot of problems, and as an engine, it took me out at the beginning. It cost us a bunch of laps, and from that point I got together with Andre Ribeiro, and I never saw him coming, and then the steering wheel broke on the car. I mean, it's just just a terrible day for the Target Scotch cars. So much promise, and yet we got nothing to go home with.
He starts with a clean slate. Next weekend you get married. Best wishes for that, at least, and good luck in '96.
Thank you.
Wonder if now we've heard two comments that telegraph that maybe they're not going to be a Ford team in the future.
I don't know, but with the emotion in his voice, I would suggest he just grabs Jeanette and go sit on the beach in Greece and enjoy yourself and just look forward to a much more productive next year, because Brian Herta has all the speed and the technical ability that he needs to be a winner. He's already been on the pole, but he hasn't quite won yet.
Physically on the racetrack, just behind Jimmy Vasser, is Robbie Gordon. As we watch Al Unser Jr. move on Scott Pruitt, tries to get him, can't get it done. Pruitt comes across.
It's not over yet.
Maintains the line, but look at him coming off the corner.
Oh, there's one of the moves we talked about earlier. How brave can you be? Down the inside, rode Pruitt all the way, and of course Pruitt then locked up the brakes and kept the position.
This is a day that these two are going to talk about later. Let's go to Gary Gerald.
Well, just to follow up on your comment about '96 and what would be the power plant of choice for Chip Ganassi, I just put the question to him a moment ago. He said, well, I have no comment.
So Pruitt still in front of little Al.
Because one of the changes we thought might be made was that the Newman Haas team would go with Honda power plants. But in fact, along with Christian Fittipaldi's announcement this weekend, they also announced, in fact, they will have Ford power next season for Michael and Christian.
Scott Pruitt heading for turn 10. Again, over $1 million in improvements coming to just this section of the race course next year. Lengthen out the pit, change the position of turn 11. I'll tell you what, folks up here, and much of what happens at this race all goes to charity. It's such a great event and a good way to end the season.
I just heard something misfire. I don't know what it was. I don't know whether it was Scott Pruitt. It was as Scott Pruitt went by one of our camera positions. It doesn't look as if he's any trouble here, but this team led by Jim McGee, I think, Paul, is fair to say, has more fun than anybody else. They have such a relaxed style and outlook about this team. They believe so much in Scott Pruitt, particularly as a test driver, and he's so good in racing situations. It's great to see that he did get his first win. And their test program starts immediately after this race finishes.
I'll tell you something else. Scott, like so many others here, it's a big family deal for him. His family is always at all the racetracks. You see his mom all the time, but that's true of everybody. Al Unser Jr. actually camps at most of the racetracks. 5 laps to go in the season. By the way, congratulations to the Daly family. Beth Daly going to be the Rookie of the Year in
the Pro Women's Division of the IJSBA Pro National Jet Ski Tour.
Glad you remember.
You prompted me to say it. I had to go through it.
Congratulations.
You hear that misfire again?
Yeah.
There's something misfiring as Scott Pruitt goes under our camera position.
He cracks the throttle just over the top of the hill. We're talking about Robbie Gordon. I just want to wrap that up. Robbie Gordon, when he finishes here today, there's a helicopter racing. And he's waiting because he's going off-road racing. Yet today, Bill DeFerrin climbs the hill, the leader of the race.
They deserve a win.
Absolutely they do.
That team has done a good job. They have shown so much speed. Gilles DeFerrin almost won the European 3000 Championship last year. Has already had a test in a Formula 1 car with Frank Williams. Unfortunately, David Coulthard tested the following week and he got the drive. But Gilles DeFerrin has shown such a turn of speed, and they will move to the Honda engine power plant for next season.
And there's second place Paul Tracy, 8 seconds back from DeFerrin. Just ahead of him is Villeneuve on his way to a championship. Gugelman and Andretti. This could develop into a battle for third pretty quickly. 4 laps to go in the PPG IndyCar World Series for 1995. Season fires up again with the first race at Miami next year. New track. In fact, from what we've seen of that track that Ralph Sanchez is putting together, it's going to be spectacular. multi-purpose facility out at Homestead.
Winter test program down there for 5 days in January. It will be spectacular. Oh, look at Tracy. That has been the rule of thumb here. When cars begin to get away from you, you know the tires are going off. Michael in chase.
When they all get in, we're going to hear, I'm sure, boy, that's the slickest I've ever run on.
And right now, unless there's an awful big crash or an awful lot of very fast racing cars dropping out with mechanical failure, Barry Green can begin to lick his lips and taste that champagne, because he is so close now to taking that championship home.
Yeah, but I'm willing to bet that he's not doing it yet. I mean, he's so careful. He wants to see the flag. He wants to know it's over. There's DeFerrin as he comes off of the second turn, goes into 3.
That's what 8 seconds of a lead looks like at Laguna Seca. Remember, though, he is in such control here. He doesn't need to go over the limit. Just nice and consistent. He lost his first race win with precious laps to go at Cleveland when he tripped over a back marker.
His car owner Jim Hall, they move over to Honda next year.
I asked Jim, does he still get the same kick out of racing now when he can't be quite as inventive as he was in years past? Remember the Chaparral, the high wing, the Sucker vacuum car, sports car that Jackie Stewart drove? Never won a race, but it was spectacular. He said he still gets a kick from racing and winning at the front, even though IndyCar racing is controlled and regulated so much more than racing in the past was, and not allowing people like Jim Hall to be as inventive as he likes to be.
Well, even with that car, the Sucker car of Jackie Stewart, they outlawed it so quick that he.
That gives you an idea how the potential of that car has.
Here comes Michael now closing down on Gugelmin as this battle heats up. Battle for third.
Let's listen to Michael play with the throttle. He gets loose, corrects it. Is he loose here? Yes, he is. Little correction. Higher speed. It's okay through there. This is the hard one. Turn 5 up the hill. Watch the steering wheel. Turns in. No, reasonably good there. Of course, remember, he can control the oversteer with the amount of power he puts on. You can drive with the front wheels, and you can also drive with the back wheels, depending the power you put on. Oh, look at this.
If this driver can win this race as he takes the white flag, he will also win Rookie of the Year by a single point. How great is that? So DeFerrin starts his final lap. Jill DeFerrin, who was close to victory, as Derek suggested, at Cleveland. Jim Hall, his owner, looking for a victory here today. Paul Tracy, 9 seconds back in 7. Jim smiled just a little bit.
And of course, we documented a great race at Vancouver when he almost missed it. They virtually rebuilt their spare car while Valvoline fueled all the racing cars for the restart, gave him an opportunity to finish second. What a way to finish the season. What a way to finish the season for Jim Hall. And few people will argue that they deserve this win. We're going to have 5 first-time winners.
Isn't that great? 5
first-time winners. Has never been better IndyCar racing than it has been this year.
The final lap of the PPG IndyCar World Series, and it's going to supply us with a brand new winner in the person of Jill DeFerrin. 5th first-time ever winner this year. 10th different driver to win a race this year. That's a record. And the first win for Jim Hall since 1991 as the checkered flag is unfurled. He acknowledges the flag, comes under the Toyota bridge, and Jill DeFerrin has won it. But now Michael Andretti tries to make a move in the last corner. On Gugelmin, he can't get it done. Tracy finishes second. Gugelmin third. Michael Andretti fourth. Scott Pruitt fifth. Al Unser Jr. will come across the line in 6th place, and Jack Villeneuve will take the championship, Gary.
I'll tell you what, I don't know how you ever get used to this feeling that Jim Hall has has right now. First time since the spring of '91. What a way to cap the season.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. We've been working hard to do it, and we got a good team together, and they finally put it together. We knew we could do it this year, but it took a long time, and we're pleased. That's a great way to finish the season.
Spectacular, as they got second last week. They win it here. Let's go to Jan.
Well, with even greater emotions, I'm sure, is Barry Green. How are your nerves, sir? Congratulations on the championship.
Thanks, John. What a great day. I mean, you know, a bit worried there for a while. It wasn't a normal day at the office for us. Junior was mounting his attack through the field, and you know, we were going backwards there for a while, but we had 2 punctures and knocked the front wing off and hit some debris on the racetrack. But I mean, just we soldiered on. The guys did a great job. Still finished 11th and got the championship. Just feels fantastic. Got to thank all my sponsors, Flyers and Klein Tools and Ray Bestis, just for all their support, and great team effort on Team Green's part. I mean, I just love them all.
Well, judging by your hat, you guys had a lot of confidence coming in. Already there, 1995 IndyCar champion. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, John. It feels damn good, I tell you. Thank you.
I want one of those Team Green, the 1995 IndyCar champion caps. They've held them on now for 3 races, and finally the dream comes true. A Canadian, the youngest ever to win an IndyCar championship. Jacques Villeneuve has taken the win in the IndyCar series. We'll be back to talk with him.
This is the Texaco Haviland stock car, and this is the Texaco Haviland Indy car. And while these cars run on special fuels, we figured it was still a good way to remind you that Texaco Clean System 3 gasolines give your car unsurpassed performance. And Texaco Haviland Formula 3 motor oil and Texaco antifreeze coolant provide complete protection. But if we really wanted you to remember our name, maybe we should have sponsored something slower.
Here's the pitch. Ball strike 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. The cold one.
Gransky set. Here's the payoff pitch.
You know the beer. You know the taste. With Miller Genuine Draft, the world's a very cool place.
So many times we talk about magic moments in sports. We're so happy to be a part of one right now as this rookie driver from Brazil peels off the helmet, pulls the earplugs out, and he savors a victory. The 10th different winner in a record-breaking season for competitiveness. Gilles de Ferran, his wife Angela, had just arrived. A victory kiss. Their little daughter is here. Oh my, what a moment. And the little girl is so frightened. She said, "Daddy, what's going on down here?" That's Anna, who's got the hat on. And Gilles, he wants quiet from the crowd here. Isn't this beautiful? What a moment. He's comforting his daughter. Tell us about the emotions that you're feeling right now.
It was great emotion, you know. The crew did such a fantastic job. We came very close all year. And this is just great. I mean, I can't express myself better.
She's fascinated by this microphone. Last week, you had to come through adversity with a backup car at the last minute to finish second. Now you get the win. Did you ever think that you could cap off a rookie season as you have done in an 8-day span?
Well, I don't know. I just tried my best, and the team did such a great job. I mean, this weekend, we had everybody covered. It was really good. I mean, it was a reward for the whole season's work. I'm just very pleased. The Pennzoil team is just the best, and I'll be here next year.
You are now the Rookie of the Year in this most competitive series. What do you think that'll mean to your countrymen in Brazil?
Good luck. That means a lot to me, for sure. And I think it will mean a lot to all the fans, both here and back in Brazil. This is a great